the grime and the harshness of the film. You know what I mean? I think the way they did it was so fucking excellent for me, dude. I just couldn't get over it the first time I saw it, dude, and like I was just glued. And it's over the top sometimes, but it sometimes feels fucking real, dude. And I could just remember, I sometimes would show this to people. I'd be like, they're like, oh, what do you want to pick? I don't want to say my real name, so I'd say Onaris. But they were like, I was like, I want to watch Hobo with the Shotgun. And I was like, man, this is not like sometimes a crowd-pleasing movie. But I was like, this is what I fucking wanted to watch, because I don't know, I just felt like I had to, you know what I mean? Like, that's how much I like it. I think it fucking does an amazing job with everything. Shouts out to fucking Jason Eisner, dude, because he just does these things like pretty well, dude. Like this this whole atmosphere of the movie just felt fucking awesome. I could feel like shit was going down, like nothing was not there. Like you can, like, the movie is pretty dope, dude. Like I just can't get over how, like, when they made this, dude, I'm surprised that someone was just down to write this. I couldn't believe that Rutger-Hauer didn't want to kind of do this movie, but he did so fucking well in it, dude. I was just like, he had to get like talked to like make this one. Like they were like really pushing it on him, and look at it, dude. I think it really sits well among like other films to just be like, there's no other film that's going to be like this. Probably, I mean, there's many, I guess you could say, that are like this with the kind of 80s neon sort of exploitations, but I think this one, for like being a 2011 film, fucking does fucking awesome, dude, amongst like film history. Anything else I could say about the film that I'm tied to? Not really, dude. Besides that, I just think this for me is like just like pleasure, like a pleasure film, like gore pleasure, like for me. And the story also hits pretty deep for me sometimes too. And I was just like, damn. I was like, some points I could cry for the certain characters in this film, mainly Abby, the prostitute. And the connection to her and the hobo was pretty dope. And they don't make it like super random. Like the storyline is really good as well. And the introduction of so many characters, dude, like he did as much characters as like the Metal Gear Solid game, like just so many people being used. It felt like that to me. Many people die, but they don't feel wasted because it's part of the film that he was going to solve everything one shell at a time. I just think it's too dope, dude. Like this movie does like a lot of things for me correctly. You know what I mean? I don't know. I will say that.
That makes sense.
All right. But, I respect that. You there. James, I want to know, I'm sure we both want to know, being a virgin watcher of this, like once those credits rolled, what did you think to yourself?
When it first started off, I was like, oh man, this is definitely, like the kind of like the grittiness of the film. It definitely felt like a grindhouse film. Like it was kind of, at some points it felt really, trying to think of the word, like the visual that they had. It just reminded me of like a Planet Terror or
like Pulp Fiction, maybe. I don't know.
But yeah, the way like throughout the film, I was definitely getting. I forget who mentioned it. One of you guys, but they said if you like, Turbo Kid, it's going to remind you of this. And yeah, it definitely does feel like Turbo Kid.
Yeah.
Especially towards the end when they have those guys with the
plague,
with the armor,
the plague.
Yeah, oh my god, they were hilarious. This whole thing is definitely it's so like over the top acting and like, but it's not like bad. It's funny. Like it works. It goes with the movie, so it's not like it takes you out of it. If you can get past that, then it's a super enjoyable movie. And I was surprised to see what was his name, the one who got shot in the dick.
Oh, Slick.
Slick, yeah. He's the guy from freaking
Small Soldiers.
Little Soldiers. Small Soldiers, yeah.
The kid.
And I was like, what the heck? When he was talking, I was like, oh, that kind of looks like that guy. And then he took his glasses off. And I was like, holy shit, he's doing this movie? Like fuck, times must be rough. Like, that's what I thought at first. I was like, fuck. But, I mean, he's been in other things. But, man, this movie is definitely it's so fun. I wasn't sure if I was going to enjoy it. But I definitely did have fun watching it. And, like you said, Rutger-Hauer, to me, it felt really surprising that they were able to get him in this movie. Such a, I don't know if he felt like, fuck it, I'm kind of like at the end of my career, so like I might as well just do some crazy ass shit, like be a hobo running around fucking killing people. That's a crazy, like if you were to describe a movie, to me that sounds insane if I'd never seen this movie before. But yeah, this was definitely a good watch, and I really enjoyed the scene where he's like a rookie cop or something. He's like, well, at least he's, because they're like, oh, we're gonna go kill this hobo. You gotta go kill all the homeless guys. Yeah. And then this cop's like, well, at least he's killing all the dirty cops. And then one cop gets in the frame and he's like, we're all dirty. And I was like, oh shit.
A small fact about that guy, I think he was supposed to be actually the hobo, and they changed it for Rutger-Hauer. When they made that snuff film, I think Wes was talking about for the Tarantino, or what was it, the Grindhouse viewing or whatever?
Yeah, yes.
He was in that film originally as the hobo with the shotgun, and then they totally, when they were like fully with making this film, they are like, we got to get something else that fits it, and it was just Rutger-Hauer who wasn't with it. But damn, dude, like, I just can't.
I think what happened with the original actor, whose name escapes me, forgive me for that, but he had some problems with his hip, so he didn't think he was going to be able to fully commit. So they were really pushing for Rutger. I think they even sent the screenplay to his agent, and his agent read the script first and was like, "Yo, Howard, like, I don't think you're going to like this very much. I don't know if this role is for you." And of course, he read it, and he was like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Like, probably anybody would say with this, because it's so outlandish, even for an exploitation film, this crosses more boundaries than Machete or any modern, like, film like this that I've seen, even Turbo Kid, even, you know what I mean? Like, it goes balls to the wall. Like, we don't give a fuck, killing children, doing whatever the fuck we want, a pedophile fucking Santa for no reason, you know what I mean?
Oh my god, yeah.
a fucking pimp, dude, that uses teenagers. Yeah. What else, man? Holy fuck.
Yeah, there's an oversized octopus that makes a cameo that's almost like from another film. It looks like, that's completely unexplained, so it's just so bonkers. But going back to it,
yeah, why not? Sure.
Like, we already went this far. We were killing hobos like all over the street and shit, burning them alive. Like, it was just like, fuck, dude. Like, imagine just saying that, like, normally. It's just like, fuck. They put that into a film, though, dude. I just couldn't believe, like, I don't know what made it so pleasing for me. I mean, like, it is kind of pleasurable, because it was like human, and like the thought of it, like a scum town, like something. We've all been to like a city and we're like, fuck, everyone just looks scummy out here, dude, and it feels like that. I don't know. Have you guys ever felt like that?
There's and sorry for anybody who's listening in LA, but there's certain parts of LA that are vicious and grimy. Definitely driving through them, you're just like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, you got like the Skid Row and all this stuff. So yeah, there's definitely, like, I can see how you could relate to that.
And maybe it was just over the top, but like I think to make it like that for a film was just fucking pleasurable to watch, because everything you saw, like from, I guess when you first see Slick and Ivan and they kill their fucking uncle, dude, that shit was just like, that set off pretty much everything, like how this film was gonna be. They put their own fucking uncle's head on a pike and shit. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, they behead him with the sewer trap, and then once they pull the head off, one of the chicks just starts dancing in the blood.
Oh yeah, that was so weird.
There's a lot of that in this movie for people who love that. Yeah. And then from then it just goes on to like fucking the hobo getting fucking abused by the dude that films him. Like, you know, there's bum fights and shit, basically, and people really do that shit, and that shit's all online. And I was just like, fuck, dude, like, I feel like I'm actually watching a real, like, fucking bum fight, dude. Like, everything felt so real, but over the top, dude. Like how you can get away with that on film is freaking sometimes very hard, dude, I think.
You know how they got away with it? Because Magnet, that studio is awesome, and they're always, you know, I feel like they're always pushing the envelope. You know, they're responsible for VHS and a numerous other titles that are just on the brink of crossing that line, and that's what, you know, sets them aside from a lot of these other production companies. So kudos to Magnet for allowing visions like this to become true and releasing them into the world, you know what I mean? And it's just nuts that this came from, you know, like a mock trailer, and they were able to create it into like a feature-length film that really works, and it feels like it's from another time, you know what I mean? The way everything, even the gore, like all of the gore is practical, and it looks really well done, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Even like when I showed someone this movie, like they saw the part where they're in the arcade, like, and fucking Slick and Ivan fucking throw the Coke bag, and they broke that whole hand over the fucking little, like, you know, the little thing, the joysticks.
The on the arcade cabinet, they just and
the part where they smashed that fool's foot, dude, where with the for the dinger, what's the hammer and the what do you call that?
Oh, like the test your strength thing.
Yeah, like that looked pretty cheeseball. I was like, fuck, dude. I was just like, why is this all happening, dude? I was just kind of like laughing at it at a certain point. Like, you know what I mean? At a certain point, I was just like, no fucking way, dude. Everything would just be
like the one scene where they have like the three girls who are like topless beating on a guy like as if he's a pinata,
and they're just laughing.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Oh, with the they're hitting him with like
the Coke dudes.
But they have what, like razor blade bats or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you guys think of, like, so for James, what'd you think of, like, the villains, dude? Like, how like, crazy were they, dude? Like, to act that out and be like that was fucking crazy, but kind of awesome.
Yeah, they were, like, super, like, over-the-top cheesy, but, like I said, it works with this movie, like it's in this universe that makes sense. And then, like, for them to go that far and, like, burn a school bus full of children, and they're just playing, and they're playing the music in the background.
Baby.
I'm like, oh my god, they did not just do that. Like, oh man. And then, you know, it ends up coming full circle for Slick. You know, he gets basically, I feel like he's kind of like going to hell or whatever when he gets pulled into the bus that's on fire. So that was pretty hilarious too.
I like Slick. What do you think about the Drake, dude?
That dude was so weird. Like, I felt so creepy watching him. Like, he like emits like a creepy vibe, like that weird ass uncle that nobody talks about.
Yeah, dude.
Like, he's like so weird.
When they have that conversation between it's Ivan Slick, and Slick had just been assaulted by the hobo, and then